Ooh, it's tea time.
It's tea time with Mary.
Hello, good morning. Welcome back to Tea Parties on the Internet. I am your host, Miss Mary Lou, and it is fantastic to see all your smiling faces back on the Miss Mary Lou channel. How are you, my loves? Happy end of 2019, beginning of 2020. Wow, this year has flown by. I'm sure I'm not the only one that feels the same way. Am I right? Am I right? Yes. It is time for our annual Get Ready With Me chit chat about the future and goals and this past year and what we've learned. It's essentially life recap / looking forward. And no one does Get Ready With Me's anymore because I started this channel like 4 years ago almost, but I'm gonna have fun and I don't care. I don't care what they will think of me. So friends, grab a cup of tea. We are about to get real cozy. And if you were not subscribed to the Miss Mary Lou channel already, you are seriously missing out. Please hit the red subscribe button below and the little notification bell so you know when I upload. Yo, I have been going all comfort tea today, and I am just drinking good old English breakfast with a spoonful of maple syrup and a little bit of almond milk, and oh my goodness gracious, it's everything I need in a cup. So good. So, fun fact, this is how I look a lot of the time in my everyday life. Just glasses, hair, and some kind of something, and no makeup. I have not been wearing a lot of makeup as of late because, as you can see, my skin has been a hot mess. That has been a development in 2019 for me, is like second puberty's coming for me real hard. I've changed up my skin routine and the products I use, so like now I'm only using like natural oils and rose water and all of this stuff, and it does help a bit, but it doesn't help all the way. I really guess I should probably see a dermatologist, but yeah, we're getting there. Is anyone else experiencing acne in like their mid to late 20s? Oh yeah, that's a thing in 2019. It's my last year of my 20s. I'm gonna be 30 this June. Ooh. I'm actually very excited. I've been excited to enter my 30s for probably too long. I should probably just enjoy where I'm at a little bit more, but you know. So this is actually gonna be my super, super minimal makeup routine that I've been experimenting with lately that still lets my skin breathe pretty much. But that's just like a little something, you know? So I do think it's important to acknowledge and celebrate some of the things that you've accomplished. So what is something that happened in 2019 that you are very proud of? That happened, that was awesome. I think the biggest thing I'm proud of for this channel that happened this past year was the fact that I got to be a speaker at VidCon this year. Mr. Mary's very proud too. Yeah, that was crazy. I submitted for the Less Than Famous panel. If you remember, I won. I got a super fancy badge and I got to go to all the super fancy places and talk on a panel. I was very thankful that my panel was the very first day. So that way I wasn't like stressing out the whole time about like, oh, my panel this, oh, my panel that. So I appreciated that very much. And then like some of the friends and stuff that I made, they saw the panel, like really, really cool people from really wonderful channels. And it was a nice like icebreaker sort of situation that, you know, like friendship's great. I love friendship. And, you know, other than the fact that, you know, I submitted and got in and all of this, I'm really proud of the fact that when I was there, I just went for it. I was like, you know what? I can be kind of an awkward human sometimes. I like tea and making people laugh, and I'm just gonna go in and do that. And I wasn't like, I'm gonna make connections and all that stuff, because small talk honestly makes me the most uncomfortable. But what I found was just going in and being unapologetically myself. The people that I did meet, they just find you. The right people find you. Yeah, I mean, I talked to a couple people who were, it wasn't a positive experience, but you know, you move on, you breathe it off, and you breathe it off. Yeah, we can make that a term. Sure, why not? I have a little bit left over, so I am just gonna dab this to combat some of the redness, but not a lot. And oh my gosh, and I had my tea collection launch at the same time. That was bananas. I was not expecting the whole VidCon thing to be a thing. I did not plan to win and all this other crazy stuff. So I had my tea collection launch around the same time, and it was freaking amazing. We had a beautiful, beautiful brunch lawn garden tea party to welcome it in, and you all were just so fantastic and supportive. And now one of those freaking teas is in the store full time, which I still can't believe. And of course, it's it's my favorite tea. It's my tea. The Miss Mary Lou blend, which I'm so freaking excited about. And now also I can drink it again because I was out for a really long time, and I was very sad about it. I have to say, when you make something that you're so proud of, that's like so perfect and so you, when it's gone, it's like, oh no, I'm really sad. I'm really sad. But now I won't have that problem anymore. So like, thank you everybody for all of the support in that. That's crazy. I've never launched any merch for this channel before or anything like that. And it was a really beautiful, like surprising, warm, lovely, lovely experience. And then, not that long after VidCon, I had the chance to go to TwitchCon. I decided to start streaming like, I don't know, less than a month before TwitchCon, and then everyone was asking, are you going? Are you going? For those of you that don't know, I've been live streaming tea parties over on Twitch. I tried live streaming here on YouTube for a little while, and I just found like the regular live streaming, the platform didn't kind of work as well, I don't think. And Twitch has been wonderful and lovely. And it also feels really good to sing again because I play my ukulele and I sing almost every single stream. And it kind of gives me an excuse to do that. Which I guess I didn't need an excuse, but now that I have one and it's really fun and everyone over there and a lot of Twitch has come to YouTube and vice versa, and it's one big happy tea party positivity community, and my heart is so light and so bright, and it was one of the best decisions I've ever made. And I ended up going to TwitchCon. And it was really funny because I met so many wonderful humans that I know so much better now that I've been streaming for longer. Which is really funny. I was like, wow, I met these people and hung out with these people like very briefly, and I didn't know them, so I felt kind of awkward. And I was like, oh, hey, I've only been streaming for like 3 weeks. How are you, person that's been streaming for 3 years? But just everyone was really kind and welcoming, and I never felt put down. And the music community is this weird place on the internet where people are really nice and really supportive, and it's more than just like one streamer's community. It crosses over for so many different humans, and it's just really wonderful and surprising, and I feel so lucky. I feel so fluffing lucky, and just spreading the tea parties, and it brings me a lot of joy. I love it so much. So, looking forward to the future, I would really, really like to know something that you are excited about for 2020 in the comments below. I always really love talking about your goals and just being excited for you and everything like that. It just makes me really happy. I love chatting with you. So, probably my biggest thing for 2020, I've briefly mentioned this on the podcast, but I realize like the podcasts are a different format and not everybody listens/watches those. So this is a big announcement. Jacob and I bought a shuttle bus and we're converting it into a tiny house. Oh yes, that's happening. It's actually happening right now, believe it or not. This morning was a work day on the bus, which is just, yeah, it's crazy. First of all, we bought a bus, which was nuts. But at the same time, it was like, well, I'm also kind of investing into my first house. And obviously, there's going to be a lot of stuff about that coming out. I'm actually posting live updates about that on my Patreon. That's like the one place where I'm consistently posting a lot of stuff. So if you are a wizard, a T-wizard on Patreon, you know all about this already. But yeah, it was just something we have both been contemplating now, like tiny living for a few years. It's been a while, and the opportunity finally arose to get something. We decided on a shuttle bus, like an airport shuttle bus or a church bus, where it's not a school bus. It's taller than your average school bus because Jacob is almost 6'2", and our ceilings inside are 6'5", so that's huge for us. And also, it's not super, super long. I don't think the whole thing is more than about 20 feet or so long. So it's kind of a nice compromise between a van and a school bus. And for those of you wondering, yes, we are recording the whole conversion, but I'm thinking that that's probably going to be another channel in the future, and not one that's going to be launching anytime soon. It's probably not going to launch for a little while. I'm thinking I'm going to do like an overall we built a tiny house kind of video when it is done, but we're not expecting to be done probably until summer-ish of 2020. So that is much, much later down the line. Because I will be having tea parties in a tiny house, but this channel will most likely not become about the tiny house. I still want to focus on the tea party, which is why I'm thinking that footage is gonna go somewhere else. But yeah, that's a big thing that's happening. And it's happening right now, which is crazy. I know, like, I haven't really been posting about it or anything except over on Patreon, but that's a real big part of my life at the moment. Oh man, did I have bangs at the beginning of 2019? I think I did. I don't anymore. I kind of miss them a little bit, low-key. It's a very unrelated topic. But yeah, anywho, that's very exciting for us, and I can't wait. And like, the whole thing is designed, and now we're in the whole process of like, yes, this is going to be the first, 3 steps, and then we get in there and oh no, there are 10 more steps because we found this problem that we have to put our time and resources into. Which, of course, that's gonna happen. We're only about a month into the actual build right now, and we're just finishing up like the first major group of steps right now. So that's an adventure. Literally, it's an actual adventure. So yes, there is change a-coming in 2020. Good change though. Exciting change. I'm really, really excited about this. Videos about why we're choosing to go tiny and all of this other stuff will come like way, way later. But if you have any questions about it, please ask me in the comments and I'm more than happy to get back to you on that, because again, just chatting and everything is so much fun. Plans for the YouTube channel specifically is honestly just keep going. I don't have any like big plans, and like you can get buried in semantics and numbers and all that kind of stuff, but anytime all of that kind of creeps up on me, I just get really sad and really frustrated. So I have instead just been trying to focus on making what I love, and that's really all I can do, right? I mean, yeah, I'm having tea parties in more places now between the podcast and Twitch and YouTube, which just makes me so fluffing happy. It makes me so happy, and is also helping me make my dream of working for myself under my terms come true. I've always felt that within myself, that being my own boss was something that I really, really wanted, that felt really right for me. And it's not for everybody. It takes a lot of work. It takes a lot of work. I do think you can surprise yourself, and if you put your mind to it, you can really accomplish like incredible things. And if working for yourself is one of them, that is definitely a possibility. And I'm like just sort of starting to figure out how to do that. I've been saying it feels like 2019 has been my spring back year. Like there's just been a lot of work and a lot of joy and a lot of preparation, and it feels like the spring is just, it's building tension and it's building tension, and it's gotta just take off at some point. And I feel like I've just been trying to set myself up for success in multiple areas in life as much as I can in 2019. And I am just excited to like let her rip in 2020. I'm also a really big fan of you can decide to change your life at any point and you do not have to wait for a new year. I make goals for myself and work on things and make changes all year round, and I think that's really important, especially like if you set a goal in 2020 and you get into it and you realize it's not for you, etc., etc. It's okay to change your mind, and you're not a failure because of it, and you can set new goals just because it's not January 1st. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, this is just like, this is a super simple look today, and I love it. I love it so much. So yeah, a lot of big turning point things happened this year, and there have been a lot of challenges this year too, and I've mentioned some of them on the podcast before, but there's also been a lot of really wonderful discovery and success, and it's like, what a crazy whirlwind 2019 has been. And I can genuinely say I'm excited for 2020. I'm very excited for 2020. I'm excited to continue producing. Yeah, producing is the thing I really like to do, which might sound like a silly statement coming from someone that produces almost every day, but I really like it. I really like it a lot. Yeah, I'm excited for the channel for 2020, for more tea parties. I'm excited for building and living in a tiny house in 2020. I'm excited to turn 30. I'm excited to continue spreading love and light. And that's another thing that has become very clear this year that I want to continue is all of a sudden, it felt like I found my footing. It felt like I found a purpose. My purpose on the internet is to have a safe, cozy place for people to come to, no matter who you are, no matter where you are. Just this safe, loving stop for you in like the overwhelming abyss of the internet and just spreading as much love and light as I can. And when that materialized for me and I could put that into words, I was like, oh, I get it now. I know why I'm on the internet. I know what my mission online is just, yeah, I can't tell you how much that helps. It took me so long. I feel like I did a lot of floundering, which is very necessary to get to, I mean, anywhere. And not that I've arrived. It's gonna continue to change and grow just like everything else. But once it finally clicked and I was like, oh, that's why I create. That's why I'm here. It just, everything just made sense. It all fell into place. And then being able to dig into that even more and explore that and make it a point, just, that was a really surprising and wonderful moment. You know, and figuring out your purpose. I did have some people, and like that's totally understandable, but it was brought to my attention when I started streaming Twitch, which I experienced like very unexpected kind of growth and stuff. And I did have some try to encourage me to just invest all my time on one platform and stop another. And in my heart, I can't. This means way too much to me. It makes me so happy, and I love it so much. For the sake of my sanity, I did have to go down to 2 videos a week instead of 3, and I think that's working out really well for me. And I've also asked for help this year, which is huge. I have an awesome editor, wizard / sister-in-law. Hi, Liz. Thank you for taking over the Tuesday editing. It makes my life so much less stressful. And Jacob, my fiance, has taken over editing for the podcast, which is really helpful. So then I can just spend more time concentrating on doing the parts that I really love, which is coming up with ideas and filming stuff for y'all. I really need to get a new mascara. This is it's a little dry, you know? Just a little dry. But it still works-ish. That's always my thing. I'm like, I can keep using this. It still works-ish. And then I go way too long without purchasing a new mascara. But, c'est la vie. So naturally, classic YouTuber fashion, my memory card was full and stopped recording and I had no idea. But all you missed, friends, is I put on a very sassy red and then blotted it off because I don't have a color like this right now. And by applying this and then blotting it off, it gives me like a nice natural stain, and I am actually all about it. Not mad about it at all. So this is my super clean, minimal makeup look. I really enjoy it. It is a lot easier on my skin. It lets it breathe, but it's still got a little extra something. Honestly, sometimes I go even more minimal than this, and it's just eyebrows, eyelashes, and blush, and like that's it, with a little bit of like lip balm. But I wanted to be a little extra special. I hope that you enjoyed today's cozy chit chat tea party. I hope that you are excited for the things coming in 2020. I know I certainly am. There's a lot. I know there was like a lot of big things that happened this year and that are gonna happen this year. So I hope you're excited. I cannot wait to read your comments about things you're excited about, things that you're proud that have happened, different things about the channel coming up and everything. And you are such an integral part of what makes this channel great and worthwhile. And I appreciate you. If you've been following for a day or almost 4 years now, holy banana pants, February is going to be our 4 years on YouTube anniversary. My brain is like, blah, blah. I so appreciate you, and it means a lot that you want to be here with me. And yeah, you're wonderful. Thank you for being here. Cheers to you, my dears. Oh yeah, oh this is so good. Happy holidays and a happy new year. And last and most important of all, I hope you have a wonderful day, and I will see you next tea party.
It's tea time with Mary.
A one, a two, a scoobity-doobity-doo. Thanks for watching Tea Time with Mary. I hope to see you real soon. If you want to like, subscribe, and comment, I think that would be cool. Check out my Facebook.com/Tea Time with Mary for all the content that's new. Or my Instagram, Twitch, and Twitter. I'm at Miss Mary Lou. So thanks again for joining us, and thanks for being a friend. We'll see you next tea party. The fun never ends on Tea Time with Mary. That is me. A ukulele makes me happy. Did you know? Yeah, you probably knew that already. Okay.